Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we have a marathon dedicated to ALISON MOYET, and I wanted to thank Michael so much for sponsoring this marathon. Thank you so much. And it's going to be a little bit of video. It's going to be a little bit of Spotify and then video again, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, leave a like, comment below, or subscribe to the channel. It really does help out. So I'm gonna read a couple of things by Michael here that he sent me, and we're gonna go through the list here of ALISON. We're gonna do Ode to Boy II. We're gonna do I Germinate live. Then we're gonna do wait, I got him right here. Give me a second. The second song is when I Was Your Girl. We're gonna do that as a YouTube video. Then we're gonna do another YouTube video which is the Rarest Bird live. Then I Germinate, which is a live recording but without the video on Spotify. And then we're gonna do a live video again, Such Small Ale, and I'll get into it later, but I mean, you already know what we're gonna play in the description. So here are a couple of words from Michael, and I just read, you know, through the biography a little bit, and I didn't know she was dealing with even things like, you know, anxiety and stuff like that I've dealt with in my life as well. So I want to maybe at the end of the video, you know, talk about that for a second, because it's been obviously pretty difficult, you know, as we all have difficult times in our lives, you know. So but if we can touch on that at the end, I wouldn't mind, you know, because I think it's always important to talk about mental health and stuff like that. So but without further ado, first we're gonna start with the email. So it says a celebration of ALISON MOYET, and I finally looked up the name because I think in the other prior videos there's 4 reactions on the channel of ALISON. They're all by Michael, all sponsored by Michael. I think I would say ALISON MOYET or something like that. I would pronounce the T because I thought it was French or some stuff, but it's Moyet. So ALISON MOYET's career was launched in 1982 as part of the electronic synth pop duo Yazoo. After 2 albums, ALISON began a successful career with her debut solo album Alf, which is like a short for her name, being released in 1984. 40 years later, in 2024, she released her 10th studio album, Key, and I'm going to see her in concert on May 3rd. Oh man, awesome, in Boston. So almost in 5 days. It will be my 4th time seeing her live, and I can't wait because she puts on a great show. Her music has evolved considerably over the years, so I thought I'd share with you a selection of her more recent work, or relatively recent work, within a few live tracks to give you a taste of what I'll be seeing. I know you've reacted to a couple of Yazoo songs, and I've had you to react to ALISON a couple of times, but nothing from her last few albums. Here's what I've got for the celebration of ALISON MOYET. That is so cool. First of all, congratulations that you're going to see her live. I know live is always the highlight, you know, of when you go to see someone. Let's pause this here for 30 minutes. And again, thank you so much for all the ALISON you've put on the channel, and also Yazoo and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with the first one, which is Ode to Boy II from the album Singles, and this is from 1995. It says here this is from 1990. Oh, it says 1994. ALISON reworked and re-recorded her song Ode to Boy, which was first released on Upstairs at Eric's The First Yazoo album. She completely transferred Ode to Boy from a dark, moody, synth-driven song to this driving acoustic showstopper. And we're going to listen to that on Spotify. So here we go with that one. And then I'm going to do a few cuts. I usually don't cut, but when I have to pull up a video, then I do have to pull up the video, and then I'm going to have to cut away. So here we go with that. And again, thank you so much for being here. Let's get on with the song. Here we go. Very nice.
When he moves, I watch him from behind. Turns and love flickers in his eyes. Intense and direct when he speaks, I watch lips twirl. When he drives, I love to watch his hands. One smooth, almost feminine, almost American. I have to watch him. In his face, accents on youth, exaggeration on the truth. He caught me looking in, and soon his eyes got weird. And everything it seems to do reflects just another shade of blue. I saw him searching you and ate the wine. I watch his lips caress glass, his fingers stroke and stem pass to lift his cigarette's blast. He dries his eyes from his shadow by the stare. I watch as he weeps unaware, telling all of his despair. In his face, accents on youth, exaggeration on the truth. He caught me looking in, and soon his eyes forgot me. And everything it seems to do reflects just another shade of blue. I saw him searching into it, it's a while. When he moves, I watch him from behind. Turns love flickers in his eyes. Intense, direct when he speaks. I watch his lips twirl. When he drives, I love to watch his hands. One smooth, almost feminine, almost American. I have to watch him twirl. In his face, accents on youth, exaggeration on the truth. He caught me looking in, and soon his eyes got weird. And everything it seems to do reflects just another shade of blue. I saw him searching with you and it's a while.
All right. Yes. I love it. Beautiful energy. I love the tone of the acoustic guitar. You know, that, rhythm, the strumming. Beautiful, like, tone of her voice as well. You know, like, almost a little bit deeper than I remember. Very cool tune, very catchy, short and sweet, powerful. I love it, man. I can't wait to see her live, man. Now I'm pumped. I was really like sad to hear, that she I read a little article, literally, not because I want to bring it up forcefully, but it's literally, if you type in ALISON MOYET, it's literally right there. It says, after Vince split the band up, I was subject to a record company injunction that meant I couldn't record for a year. For a recording artist, that is hell, And it says, my lawyer stopped talking. My lawyer stopped taking my calls. I became agoraphobic, and I couldn't even listen to music because it hurt so much. That is crazy. Agoraphobia. That's something that I dealt with in my life. I obviously not anymore, but I had it, and you can't do anything. You can't leave your house. You can't drive in a car. You can't go on a bus, on a plane. It's just all impossible. And it's just, a mental kind of thing that I dealt with, and I was going through some depression in my life, and it's just horrible. And I'm so happy that she is okay again, you know, because that was hell for me. You know, I'm a person, I like to be outside, I like to be within people, I like to be in stadiums, you know, with thousands of people surrounding me, and that is exactly the opposite. You can't be among people. So that's just something that I salute her, and I'm happy that she, you know, could deal with that, and that's no longer an issue. So okay, now back to the music. No more mental health issues here. This was awesome. This was a great track. I love how she took it, she made it her own. Beautiful acoustic track, powerful, outspoken. I love it. So we're gonna stop the video for a second. I'm just gonna pull up the screen with the first live recording here. All right, so here we go. ALISON MOYET, When I Was Your Girl, live with at the Graham Norton show. Here we go. And let me just oh, wait a minute. I do have to do something before we watch this. I wanted to dive into Michael's notes. It says here, When I Was a Girl live, originally released on the album The Minutes in 2013. Skipping a few albums, we hit Alison's 8th studio album, where she has really hit her stride and was releasing songs and producing albums the way she wanted to. This live version really shows her caliber of her live performance. There we go. That's what I wanted to read. You know, what Michael, you know, had to say, and awesome to give us a little glimpse of what this concert is gonna be like, you know. And thank you for sharing, of course. So give me a second. I want to, okay, full screen. All right, and here we go. Enjoy, everyone. That vibrato.
When I was your girl, and then today, all the nightmares came my way, all the tears I tried to stay, you were never satisfied. When I was your girl. To wear the weather down, but even in the sun, you said you tasted rain. I watched you unfurl, you held on to me when I was your girl. In my cups, I see you watching from the edge of the bed. I'm thinking words that you never said when I was your girl. When I was your girl, and then today I'll be keeping out your way. Every day they owe our pain. They were never satisfied. When I was your girl. When I was your girl.
Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. She looks amazing. Oh, this, I think I know this show. Yes, Graham Norton show. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very, very cool. This was 12 years ago. I mean, in 2013, so 12 years ago. She looks fantastic. I'm sure she still looks amazing. This was great. Different style of the first song. You know, this was more, I guess, heavy, you know, on the guitar. It had some keyboards, some synth, some guitar, some distortion. I didn't see the drummer, but it's, again, it's live TV. It's a little bit more difficult to record, but I loved it. Very cool. Now we're gonna see more. Let me see if I can do this in without cutting away. We're gonna do the Rarest Birds live, originally recorded on the album Other, 2017, her 9th album, and the last album to date with all new songs. Showed off very sophisticated non-commercial sound. Let me click on it. Okay. And since I have YouTube Premium, yeah, I have no ads, I think. Thank the Christ. But yeah, it costs more, you know, and we're not getting YouTube Premium for free or anything for being, you know, on the platform and doing videos. Unfortunately, it is what it is, you know. You work with what you can, but yeah, I couldn't work with like ads popping up in our videos, you know. That was not cool. Okay. So ALISON MOYET, The Rarest Birds Alive. Oh, that's the same show. But I don't know if it's the same year. Let's see. 2017. Okay, so she still looks beautiful. Beautiful. I think a beautiful person never starts looking beautiful. No matter what happens. No matter if they age or what, you know how the saying goes. Here it is. Okay, and let's check it out. Here you go.
In this town, forget who you are, remembering who you were meant to be.
Beautiful vibrato, that's what I wanted to say.
Find yourself bearing easy, Mercury aside. A lyric sing, such club is this.
Very Bowie.
It's thread for a party dress. The lines are strung like pearls, so offer your throne. And if we hang, then we hang in the stars. Take my hand and come, be the hostess girl. Skip a grace note on your heel, to whichever hymn you please.
This is amazing.
Rarest birds of thee. Navigate the city wall, bite of great gum, constellations. They're the twins, and they're the plough. And now I'm at your door, seeing you through your window, fixing your hair for grey, pulling at your face, trying not to frown like this. And you hold up your party dress.
Beautiful singing. Oh man. And the strings here.
Nights on strings like pearls. Let's take on the night. And if we hang, then we hang.
Wonderful. What?
ALISON MOYET, everybody! Beautiful job. Come on, join this dude.
Wow, 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 wow. That was amazing. That was my favorite one so far. That, I don't know why, it reminded me so much of David Bowie in the delivery. Oh man, look in the comment section. Would love if they asked her to sing the next Bond theme song. Why not, man? Yeah, this reminded me just a little bit of, you know, Bowie and the delivery of the phrasing that he does and how he goes low and high and oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. She's just like, that's what I love about artists that don't really have a style that says, oh, I do this only. You know, she's very versatile. She can play acoustic, more kind of like distorted, you know, and then this was beautiful with the whole string section. Beautiful, man. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So definitely my favorite of the marathon so far. The Rarest Birds. Beautiful. So now we're gonna do one from Spotify. This is I Germinate live. This is also a live recording from the album Other Live 2018. Other was so popular that she released the album Other Live in 2020. I choose 2 songs from Other, with this one showing off a heavier, lyrically dense sound with a slight return to a more synth-driven sound, the one we heard in the second song. This one was a scorcher when I saw her live for her last tour. This is a Spotify. Make sure it's the live version from the album Other Live. I got it right here. I do. All right. And the Other Live collection. Yes, I have the right one. Perfect. So here we go with I Germinate live version. Here you go. Okay.
Until the fire is humbled in the grave, this cabinet's forgotten state that measure tides, high tides floats across the world, unspoken as a crocus offering, saffron token. Until the dew evaporates and
nice.
the clay base. I just stay. I'm here. I germinate. I'm here. Germinate. I will give you wanderlust, a tree must tucked into earth, unblinking.
I love it.
Such a compass to me, my twin. The rub of life has molded every limb.
That
shitter now has settled shade. You fight to keep yourself awake. I'm here. I germinate. I'm here. I germinate.
Ooh, those sounds.
I give you until they bleed. a seam of tangerine, where bats in a blink eclipse the moon like whipped ka-ching. In a cockney swoon, I'm here. I germinate. I'm here. I germinate. I'm here until the last seed spills its grain. The last tree's here between dead fingers mend you incomplete until the seed boils sweet, until the mud is sweet, the dead west pier. I wait, I'm here.
Very good. Very, very, very good. This one I even like better than the one before. I just like that that techno thing there, and then the way she would go like, you know, with her voice, and she really showcases like the chops she has. She has an amazing voice, this woman. Super deep, and then she can go, I mean, she doesn't really go crazy high, but she doesn't need to, you know. She just like, I love the way she pronounces the words. I love the intention she shows. I love that this is all live instead of the first track. Besides the first track, but everything else really cool example. I would totally go see her, like, honestly. Very cool. So let me see if I can do this last movement without having to go, without breaking the video. Not breaking, but that's off. So it says here, it says Such Small Ale from the album Key 2024, Alison's 10th studio album released last fall, consisting of 16 completely reworked songs from a catalog, both singles and deep cuts, as well as 2 brand new songs. Such Small Ale is one of the new songs featuring her in the striking live performance, complete with an orchestral arrangement for a woman in her 43rd year of a career in rock and roll. She's doing pretty great, I must agree. And it says here, thank you so much, Michael. You know, because he's like, I'm sorry to make you jump back and forth. Guys, that is not a problem for me. I love doing this. And it says, I hope it won't get blocked. So do I. It is videos. If it does, we'll figure something out. Don't worry about it. I'll re-edit it. I put something in front of the video. I can do something. But maybe. I don't know. Let's hope not, because it's TV. But let me see if I can get this video to work. It might hear some. Okay, look up on YouTube. Okay, we got it. Let's blow it up here. And I don't want it to lag, so I'm gonna go with, usually puts like the quality is like halfway, it doesn't go all the way to 4K, but here we are. All right, and let's check out this last new performance by Alison, Such a Small Ale, Radio 2 Piano Room, BBC. Cool.
We should step out from Take chance to meet daylight, abandon the crowd. Let's pack off the ghosts, so late to their beds, with a hand tied up lavender, too gentle their rest. What have we here for tether, our own restraint? Which sprites are we appeasing with our long recited litany of grievous shame? Heathens brewing virtue from a reservoir of pain, with life for drink, from brim to brim, who choose to sink in such small air. We should
Beautiful.
step out from under this shroud, warming bones in the dapple light, with a choosing still ours. What is here to keep us, our own restraint? Whose sins are we redeeming with our much beleaguered retinue of bleeding saints? What's heathen waits to rest by sleeping? Hold your creeping tears to fill a pail. For pity's sake, it's such small ale. For what else is there to keep us but our own restraint? What nature do we sweeten in our reservoir of glycerine? This drowning game, blow these seething years to fill a sail, with life for drink, from brim to brim, who choose to sink in such small air. We won't sink in such small air.
Wow. That was it just gets better and better, you know? That's the thing here, the theme. Man, Michael, thank you so much for this. Man, I think that was my favorite, you know? It's just like, you know, because I love all these styles of music, and I guess this is like when it gets really symphonic and heartfelt, and there's a lot of feel. That's when it gets me, I guess, the most. But I think all of them were perfect. All of them were fantastic. She just shows here that this is an amazing woman with an amazing talent, and she can pretty much play anything she wants, any style of music. Fantastic, just fantastic vocals, vocal power, sensibility, and feel, you know, and she can just, you know, it's one of those, you know, artists, you know. And then she reminded me of a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and it's really, really good. Thank you so much for putting this marathon together. And God knows, you know, maybe she watches this, she watches the marathon, and she has a blast, you know. And there's been a lot of people that have been watching our videos, the actual artists, and hey, they give us a little bit of feedback. It's a wonderful thing. So again, Michael, I appreciate this. I wish you a wonderful concert on May 3rd. You know, it's almost there. I took about 10 days to get this together. I was so sick. I still sound a little bit out of the ordinary, but you know, I just couldn't get out of bed. It's this horrible strain that's going around. First Alexia had it, her entire family had it, then she had it, then I got it. And it's just like it takes forever. And then one day you feel kind of like you got better, and then the next day you feel back that you can't even get out of bed. And there's a person that you know, also requested a marathon, and he got the same strain, and he was like, it took me like 6 weeks to get out of this. So I'm on the 3rd week. So you know, I have to work, and I have to make videos. I want to make videos because it honestly, first of all, I love doing it, and second of all, it if I wouldn't be making videos, then it really helps me with just like everything, you know. And it's just a wonderful thing that I love, you know. So I can't just lay in bed. So if I feel up for it, like today, you know, I decided to go for it, and it's a wonderful thing. Again, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which was your favorite piece by her, and if you would go see her live and all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I hope to see all of you in the next one.